Hello everyone, myself Tanvi Patel, working as Assistant Professor in Computer Engineering Department in Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Our subject is Computer Network and subject code is 3150710. Now our unit 2 is Application Layer. So first of all, we have to study about the principles of computer applications. So overview of application layer is the application layer in the OSI model is the closest layer to the end user, which means that the application layer and end user can interact directly with the software application. Means you can directly interact with the user and the software. That is the use of application layer. The application layer programs are based on client and server. Means this layer is depend on client and server model. Here in figure you can see the application layer structure. The application layer includes the following functions. First is identifying communication partners. The application layer identifies the availability of communication partners for an application with data to transmit. Means what data you have to transmit with your partner and communicate with the other, that is being identified. Second is determining resource availability. The application layer determines whether sufficient network resources are available for the required communication. Means the resources, the network which is available, that is sufficient for you or the user is available or not, that is being determined with the resource availability. Third is synchronizing communication. All the communication occurs between the applications requires cooperation, which is managed by an application layer. Means how the synchronization is being done is being maintained in the application layer. Next is services of application layer. Network virtual terminal. An application layer allows a user to log on to a remote host. Means it allows the user to log on to a remote host. To do so, the application creates a software emulation of a terminal at the remote host. The user's computer talks to the software terminal, which in turn talks to the host. Means the user, who is the end user, he talks to the software terminal and which is connected to the host. The remote host thinks that it is communicating with one of its own terminal, so it allows the user to log on. The user, means the host, is not knowing that the communication which is taking place is done with the end user, but he only knows that it is its own terminal, so it allows it to log in. Next is file transfer, access and management, that is FTAM. An application allows a user to access files in a remote computer, to retrieve files from a computer and to manage files in a remote computer. FTAM defines a hierarchical virtual file in terms of file structure, file attributes and the kind of operations performed on the file and their attributes. Next is addressing. To obtain communication between client and server, but obvious addressing is the main. If there is no address of the client and server, then how will you communicate? So it is the needed part of the application layer. When a client made a request to the server, the request contains the server address and its own address. The server responds to the client request. The request contains the destination address, that is client address. To achieve this kind of addressing, DNS is used, that is domain name server is used for addressing. Next is directory services. An application contains a distributed database that provides access the global information about various objects and services, that is directory, from which you can obtain many number of databases. Next is mail services. An application layer provides email forwarding and storage, that is the email service, that is your mail service. Next is authentication. It authenticates the sender or receiver's message or both. Means authentication is needed on the both ends, sender and the receiver. Now this is network application architecture. Application architecture is different from the network architecture. The network architecture is fixed and provide a set of services to the application. The network architecture is fixed. It provides a set of services to the application. It cannot be changed. The application architecture, on the other hand, is designed by the application developer, means it is designed by the end user or the developer and defines how the application should be structured over the various end system. So the application architecture is of two types. First is client server architecture and the second one is P2P, that is peer to peer architecture. So first is client server architecture. An application program running on the local machine sends a request to another application program is known as client, and a program that serves a request is known as a server. Here in figure you can see that there are number of clients who are connected through internet to a server. For example, when a web server requests or receives a request from the client host, it responds to the request to the client host. Means the web server receives a request and it gives back response to the client. That is the client server architecture. Characteristic of client server architecture. In client server architecture, clients do not directly communicate with each other. For example, in a web application, two browsers do not directly communicate with each other. A server is fixed, well-known address known as IP address because the server is always on, while the client can always contact the server by sending a packet to the sender's IP address. So the server is fixed and the client which are there, they can be number of clients who communicate with the server. Disadvantage of client server architecture. It is a single server based architecture which is incapable of holding all the requests from the clients. The main disadvantage is there is only a single server, so it is incapable of holding many requests at the same time. For example, a social networking site can become overwhelmed when there is only one server exists. This is the best example of client server architecture. Here in example you can see the client asks the server about the HTML request. The HTML, the server requests him and the server responds back him asking about the image. It is response back giving the image, then giving the video request, server giving back the video response, the website request, and the server gives back the website request to the client. This is the example of client server architecture. Next is P2P, that is peer to peer architecture. It has no dedicated servers in a data center. The peers are the computers which are not owned by the service provider. Most of the peers reside in the homes, offices, schools and universities. The peers communication with each other without passing the information through a dedicated server. This architecture is known as peer-to-peer architecture. Means there is no need of any server. The application based on peer-to-peer architecture include file sharing and internet telephony. Here you can see in figure the architecture of peer-to-peer communication, how the client communicate with the other clients. Features of peer-to-peer architecture are self-scalability. In a file sharing system, although each peer generates a workload by requesting the file, each peer also adds a service capacity by distributing the files to the peer. Next is cost effective. It is cost effective as it does not require significant server infrastructure and server bandwidth, because it is cost effective because it does not need any server. Next, client server process. A network application consists of a pair of processes that sends the message to each other over a network. In peer-to-peer file sharing system, a file is transferred from a process in one peer to a process in another peer. Means it can be sent from one end user to the another end user. We label one of the two process as the client and another process as the server. With peer-to-peer file sharing, the peer which is downloading the file is known as a client and the peer which is uploading the file is known as a server. However, we have observed in some applications such as P2P file sharing, a process can be both as a client and server. Therefore, we can say that a process can both download and upload the files. Client server model. A client and server networking model is a model in which computers such as server provide the network services to the other computers such as client to perform a user based task. This model is known as client server networking model. The application programs used the client server model should follow the given strategies. An application program is known as a client program running on the local machine that requests for a service from an application program known as a server program and running on the remote machine. There is only one server and the others are the client which are gathered in one network. A client program runs only when it requests for a service from the server, while the server program runs all time as it does not know when its service is required. A server provides a service from many clients, not just for a single client. Means the server provides services to many clients, not only the single client. Therefore, we can say that client server follows the many to one relationship. Many clients can use the services of the server at the same time. Services are required frequently and many users have a specific client server application. For example, the client server application program allows the user to access the files, send emails and etc. works. If the services are not customized, then we should have one generic application program that allows the user to access the services available on the remote computer. Here, the client is a program that runs on the local machine requesting service from the server. Means it requests service from the server, that is known as the client. A client program is a finite program, means that the service is started by the user and terminates when the services is completed. And the server, a server is a program that runs on the remote machine providing services to the client. When the client requests for a service, then the server opens the door for the incoming request, but it never initiates the service. A server program is an infinite program, means that when it starts, it runs infinitely unless the program arises. The server waits for the incoming request from the client. When the request arrives at the server, then it responds to the request. Now, next is advantages of client server network. First is centralized. Centralized backup is possible in client server network, that is all the data is stored in a server. So, if any client PC is being hanged or ran out, then too we can get data from the server. Next is security. This network are more secure as all the shared resources are centrally administrated. So, it is being well secured. Next is performance. The use of the dedicated server increases the speed of sharing resources. This increases the performance of the overall system. Next, scalability. We can increase the number of clients and servers separately, that is, the new elements can be added or we can add a new node in a network at any time. Disadvantages of client server network. Traffic congestion is a big problem in client server network. When a large number of client requests at the same time, then the server may cause problem or of traffic congestion. It does not have a robustness in a network, that is, when the server is down, then the client request cannot be met. So it does not provide robustness to the end user. A client server network is very decisive. Sometimes regular computer hardware does not serve a certain number of clients. In such situation, specific hardware is required at the server side to complete the work. Next, sometimes the resources exist in the server but may not exist in the client. That is the disadvantage. For example, if the application is web, then we cannot take the printout directly on printers without taking out the print view window on the web. That is the disadvantage, means resources exist in the server but cannot exist in the client. That is the disadvantage. Thank you.